All right, let's talk about something we all deal with. You know what I'm talking about. Those repetitive, mind-numbing digital tasks. Copying this, pasting that, sending the same email over and over. It's like digital housework, and it just eats away at our time week after week. But what if you could just make it all stop? What if you could put it all on autopilot? No, seriously, just stop and think for a second. How many hours are you losing to this stuff? Copying customer info from an email to your CRM, updating a project board every time you get a notification. It adds up, and it's probably way more than you think. This isn't just about getting time back. It's about reclaiming your brain power for the work that actually matters. And the solution to this problem? It has a name. And that solution is workflow automation. It sounds fancy, but at its heart, it's a really simple idea. You're just teaching your software and your apps how to talk to each other so they can do the work for you. You set it up once, and it just runs in the background. Today, we're going to zero in on one tool that's become a powerhouse in this space. So with that idea of automation in mind, let's zoom in on a specific tool called n8n. And while there are a lot of options out there, n8n has really carved out a unique niche for itself, especially for people who want more control and, frankly, more power. So what is this thing? First off, it's pronounced n8n, and it's what's called a low-code automation tool. You use this visual drag-and-drop screen to connect all your different apps. The best way to picture it? Think of a digital assembly line. Every single step in your process, every action, is a little block or a node. You just connect these nodes together, like puzzle pieces, to build your very own automated machine. Now, here's what really makes n8n stand out. You get a choice. You can use their easy, fully managed cloud version, or you can self-host it on your own servers. And why does that matter? Well, self-hosting gives you total control. Your data stays with you, which is huge for privacy. There are no limits on how many tasks you can run, and the software itself is free. This is a massive deal for anyone with high-volume needs or who's watching their budget. Okay, so what can you actually do with all this power? The possibilities are honestly pretty huge. You could have it so every time a new sale comes in, it automatically pings your team on Slack. You could finally get your CRM and your project tool to actually talk to each other and stay in sync. Automating invoices, generating reports, even scraping websites for competitor data. Heck, you can even use it to run your smart home. But here's the thing. Just connecting apps, that's kind of the baseline these days. The real magic, the real game changer, is when you make those workflows smart. And that takes us into the really exciting world of AI-powered automation. This is where we get into what people are calling an agentic workflow. And look, don't let the jargon scare you. It just means you're not just moving data around anymore. You're actually embedding a brain, like OpenAI's GPT or Google's Gemini, right into your automation. This little AI agent can then analyze stuff, make its own decisions, and even create content, all without you having to do anything. Let's make this real with a super simple example. Imagine this. Step 1, a new customer support email lands in your inbox. That's the trigger. Step 2, and it automatically grabs that email and sends it to an AI, asking it for a quick summary. Step 3, the workflow then reads the AI's summary. If it sees words like urgent or critical, it knows what to do. Step 4, boom. It immediately posts that summary to a priority Slack channel. This is automation that doesn't just do things, it thinks. Okay, so n8n sounds pretty incredible, right? And it is. But let's have a little reality check here. To give you the full story, we have to talk about who this tool is really for, and just as importantly, who it's probably not for. Which brings us right to the big question. With all this power, is this the right tool for everybody? And the honest answer is no, not at all. Its biggest strengths, that flexibility and that raw power, they come with some trade-offs you absolutely need to know about. So what are those trade-offs? Well, the sources we looked at point to a few key things. That self-hosting option, amazing, but it can get pretty technical if you're not a developer. If you're running a massive number of workflows all at once, some users say it can hit performance limits. And for huge companies, it doesn't have that dedicated hand-holding support they might need. Finally, the user interface. It's built for power users, so it's not always as intuitive as some of the simpler tools out there. You know, there's a quote from a review on Marketer Milk that just nails this. It says, n8n is great and has a lot of technical use cases. But that's exactly what it is, technical. It's not the most intuitive when it comes to UI and getting started. And that really sums it up perfectly. It's for people who are willing to trade a little bit of simplicity for a whole lot more power. So if n8n is the choice for the power user, for the technical crowd, what's everyone else using? Let's take a look at the bigger picture, because understanding the competition is really the key to finding what's right for you. Let's just quickly map out the main players in this game, right? Because each one is built with a totally different person in mind. Seeing them all together really makes it click where n8n fits into the whole ecosystem. It really breaks down like this. You've got n8n, the champ of self-hosting and custom AI for technical folks. Then there's Zapier, the undisputed king of easy connections with over 6,000 apps. It's the go-to for beginners. You have Make, which is perfect for visual people who think in flowcharts. And then there are specialized tools like GPTbots.ai, built from the ground up for big companies that need seriously advanced AI agents. All right, so we've looked at the problem, the solution with n8n, and the wider marketplace. It all comes down to this. What's the right move for you? Let's tie it all together into a simple choice. So here's the bottom line. Choose n8n if you're a developer or technical person who wants total control, values data privacy, and gets excited about building custom AI workflows from scratch. Choose Zapier if your #1 priority is just getting it done easily and you need to connect to the widest possible range of apps. And choose Make if you're a visual thinker who wants to build really complex, branching workflows without having to write a line of code. Look, at the end of the day, those boring, repetitive tasks, they're still there, waiting. They're not going away on their own. You've now got a roadmap to getting rid of them for good. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do about it? How will you choose to automate?